Let those who have ears to hear, let them hear. Blessings be upon you. For when you hear these messages, let it be known. Heaven is like a mustard seed. If ye have little faith of a mustard seed, then ye can move mountains. It's a great day, a great age, and a great era moving in. For the end of the Gentiles, the end of the era of the Gentiles, and the beginning of the troubles of Jacob, the generation which sought not the Lord, but another generation that sought out wickedness. And what has come to pass again is we have moved back into the area of judgment. We have moved into the generation of the trouble of Jacob. For many have fallen, and many have been calling, but many have failed, and few are chosen. I ask you, brother, what have you been doing with yourself lately? You too, sister. For the Lord will exalt the humble, and the humble will be, and the exalted will be humbled. This is true. Pride becomes before a fall. How many men glorify themselves in front of you and then they fall very fast? Not from the outside, but from the inside of their hearts and their spirit. See, the Lord put everything into check, into places that we cannot see. He gives us wisdom in the hidden places. And He makes us whiter than snow in the places that we cannot even think of. Cleaning sometimes. You know what I speak of. Do as your brother say. Your brother's wisdom is well beyond this earth now. For your brother called himself upon Timothy, the spirit of Timothy. I rise with you, and I push you to a direction. For glory, truth, and to the kingdom you shall go. I speak to you to seek you out and make your path straight again. To give you correction. For it is time to take the land back from the churches. God will put things in positions. Do not worry. Do not weary. And do not give favor to the wicked. Do not give up your hand. And do not fall into the okay speech. For men have taken advantage of our peace. They are made it comfortable. They are made comfort out of evil. If ye do evil, how much more good will your Father do for you in heaven? And what good can a man do if he salute his own brothers, and only his own brothers? What good can he do for this world? I preach peace. I preach love. I preach the gospel. 11:11, I am with you. 4:4, I am the gospel. The gospel. When you see these things, know that your God is with you. When you see those numbers, prepare for your journey. Prepare for the next stage of your life will be a generational ascension. What will happen to the generation that take the RFID chip? They won't be lost or gone. From what I see, our God will not destroy them, but they will have a second death. There is what you call the lake of fire. Eternal home and refuge with Satan and Lucifer, and even he has been broken. Living in those days, it would have been better if you be living under an Israelite and enslaved to the 1,000-year reign than you to live with Lucifer. This is hell that we live on today. And what has been given here is the flesh and the spirit. For the spirit was supposed to have been sent here to grow inside the body and born of the spirit, reborn of the spirit. Can a man go into a woman, to his mother's womb again? No, he cannot. But unless he is being born water of the spirit, he cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. See, the way of the spirit is like the wind. The wind comes Well, I say the wind goes and it lifteth, but no one knows where it cometh. And it makes sound, but no one knows where it goeth. We are all of the way of the Spirit. And the more you train yourself, the more you come into the understanding and the wisdom and the knowledge, knowing, growing into the fear of the Lord, growing into the fear of the Lord. For you, many fear words, many fear false doctrines, many fear that the identities will be taken. My father said, "Where's your faith, little one? For you have no faith." For this spiritual journey and this world requires faith. It does not require a conscious thinker. For a conscious thinker has just built nuclear warheads that will annihilate the entire earth. A conscious thinker is someone who only thinks good to a certain extent, and to circumstances shall be met, and they shall require reproof of why they should have an excuse for not journeying that path. These churches have fallen because they have not followed the ways of Christ. They have not followed the ways of the disciples. Paul and Timothy knew these things for sure, and I know these things again. Our churches are fallen to widows that have lost their ways, never had no ways. They come into church and gossip. You have those men who take tidings. Speaking on this, I know that many churches couldn't stand without money, couldn't stand without the income and the growth. But this is so true. How come many that don't even go to church know that the church is a failure? How come many know that many churchgoers are adulterers? And most preachers are pastors. Most preachers are pedophilians. That's what I meant to say. These churches do not stand for Christ anymore. They stand, if they say Catholic and they worship Mary, they are not of God. Judging by the fruit of their labors, anybody that is not in the will or the endure or the power of Christ, you shall see them broken. In these last days, you shall see them broken. All, grandmother, all, elders, pastors, all who live in sin no one shall ever hide. No one. No one will be able to hide on the day of the Lord. You won't be able to sit in your seats. Neither will you be able to sit in the back of the room. This isn't school anymore. For the righteous men are on this earth, and we are preparing. We are being trained by the Lord God Himself. This is a message for those who do not seek or hearken to the Lord. Seek wisdom and understanding, for you will be thrown in condemnation with your family. And I'm telling you, this will tear you limb from limb, not from your body, but from both areas, your heart and your flesh. For your family will betray you for what they believe in. If your son is strong in homosexuality, he may take that chip. Most likely he will. If your family is strong on being okay and making excuses, they will take the chip. And when they take that chip, their souls and their spirits are gone. They would be just like the celebrities, following, controlled, have no morals, have no understanding of truth in them, no more. There will be nothing to argue with. Do you understand this? Only hope is that they go down deep and find in themselves to get their soul back.